video, guys, we are going to create a simple blog website using ReactJS and ChatGPT. I'll ask ChatGPT to help us with code. We will run this on ReactJS. If you don't know what ReactJS is a framework, very popular framework to do front end of the website. It will help you to create different components. This framework is built by Facebook and is hugely used by all developers, all front end developers, and is used to create the front end of the website. It works on different components as a component based framework and is very easy to use and learn. If you are more interested about this framework, just let me know, because I can upload different videos, different courses or crash course video on how to build a website, more complex website, clones and different website that you want here on my channel. So let me know about this on the comments below. But today we'll create a very simple website, a very simple blog, and to do this we are going to ask ChatGPT. So let's get started with this video. The first thing that we have to do is to install Node.js. So go to Google and download Node.js and go to first website and download for your version for your computer. To check if you have downloaded correctly, just go to terminal, search for terminal or command line if you are on Windows, and just type node-v. And if you press enter, this will show the version. And also you need npm, so just check for npm-v and it will show again the version. So now let's create our simple React environment or React template, and then we'll ask ChatGPT to create a blog for us. To create a new project, just first I will go to desktop, and here I will create the React project. To create the project, just type npx create -react -app. And now we have to type a name for your website. I just type blog for now. Press enter. This will install the requirements, the React DOM and the template for it. Okay, now the installation is finished and it shows happy hacking. If you see this message, it's all good. So now we have to move inside this folder and we need to open it in a text editor or a code editor. Today I'll use VS Code. You can download it if you want. You can find the link on the description, but you can use any code editor that you want. So I'll move to the folder cd blog. If you have a VS Code installed, you can just type code dash and press enter, and this will open the project in the editor. So now I'll make full screen, and first you have to delete some files that we don't need. And the first file is a logo. Just select this and delete. And the second one is setup test and also app test.js. So delete these because we don't need them. And then you have to go to app.js and make sure to delete all the header. So delete all this header, save it, and also delete this import message here. It will look complicated first, but believe me, React is very easy to learn. Okay, now to run the server of the React, you have just to open terminal. So click on terminal, new terminal, and here you have just to type npm start, and this will start the server and it will show you the new website, which will be empty because it's white right now because we haven't typed any code or something. So now we'll go to ChatGPT and I'll ask it to create the blog for us. So just type in ChatGPT. Since ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence website, it's going to show different answers, maybe for you or for someone else. So it's probably going to be almost the same, so it doesn't matter. Just ask him to create a blog and it will show you the code. So I'll just type it, build the code for React app, React website, React blog website with a nice design. Okay, first it shows that it can't build all the blog for us, so it's showing some steps on how to do that or how to consider on building that. So we're gonna ask it step by step for everything. So first, what our blog has. A blog has a navbar, a footer, and some posts. So we're gonna ask one by one to create a navbar for us, and then the footer and the post and the sidebar maybe. Let's ask to build navbar for my blog website using React. Sure, I can provide you. Okay, it created a new component for the navbar, what to put an app and what to put on all the CSS files. So first, here is the navbar component, and go to VS Code and we'll create a new navbar component. To create that, just right click on source, new, and type navbar.js, and also right click again and create a new file, navbar.css. And here on navbar.js we will put the code for this component, this code here. Go back and paste it and here is the component. And also here on app.js, we'll paste this code, paste and save it. And if we go to the server here on the React, you'll see this this code here. As you can see, it created the navbar, but it doesn't has any design. And here is the welcome message. So it also provided us some CSS code, which means we can design it. And here style your navbar. So this code is for the navbar, and the CSS is for the navbar component. So we have to put it on navbar.css. So copy all this code and go back to here, navbar.css, and paste this code. As soon as you paste it, it's not going to show us the code because we haven't imported here. And to import, just type in the second line import navbar.css. This is going to import the CSS file into navbar component. And if we go to the React, as you can see, is now designed, and it has a really nice design and simple. So now I'll ask it to create a footer component. So go back to ChatGPT and I'll ask create the footer component with same design. So we have to create a new footer component, a new file, and also we have to paste this code. This is the code for the footer, and also we are importing it here on the main. So let's go to the code and create a new component, new file, footer.js, and again, new file, footer.css. And go to ChatGPT, copy the code for the footer component, go back, paste it on footer.js and save it. But first, make sure to import the CSS file too. So import footer.css, save the file. And then here on footer.css, we have to paste this CSS code for the footer. So just copy it, go back, paste it. Now we have the footer, and what you have to do, it shows us here to import the footer component and also to put it on our website. So I'll do this manually. So to do that, just go to app.js and import footer from. So now we imported it, and we have to put it below the message. So footer, this is a syntax for this, and make sure to save it. Now that we save it, we can go back to server, and here it is. So we have a navbar and a footer. So as you can see, it shows us the footer and is not sticked in the end. So we can also ask ChatGPT to stick this footer on the end of the website. I'll not do that because in the content here where the welcome to my blog is, I'll put some other things, some plot posts, and it will make it more beautiful. So let's go to ChatGPT, and I'll ask to create a new component, which is the post component. So create a post component for my blog that contains the username of the poster, the post message, and the timestamp. Now it's creating the component, and it's also using props to pass the username, message, and timestamp. And here is going to do it. I will also ask it to design it to use the same design as before. So add the same design as for posts, and we'll also show you the CSS code for the design. So let's go ahead and create a post component. Go to source, new file, post.js, and new file again, post.css. And we'll go here, copy the code of the post component, paste it on post.js, and we'll import it's already imported. So here is the post.css, copy, go to post.css, and paste it here. So now we have the component, and to use this component in our app, we can just import it here and import a post. Here is the post from post. Now I could just put a post component here, but it's going to require some props. Let's see if it's going to work. So if I go here, it's going to be empty. And if you right click and go to inspect and go to console, you'll see the error message here because this component is requiring some states and we haven't provided. So if you go to ChatGPT, here is is requiring some props, and props the username, message, and timestamp. So if we go to app.js, and here inside the post we pass these props, and we type username equal radian and message. What is the other prop? If we go here, we have message and timestamp. And here I will put some text. And the other thing is timestamp. Timestamp, I'll put just 12/01/2023. Let's save it, and if you go to the React, you'll see that now we have a new post and it's showing username, the content of the post, and the timestamp, which is the time where is posted. And we can create multiple posts here, and if I copy and paste this multiple times, it's going to show me 3 different posts. So here is 3 different posts, but we also can save these posts on a state, which I'll show you right now, and then we can map these posts or we can loop them into the main content. So to do that, we'll use state. State is something like a small storage that you can save some posts, some data, some objects, or anything you want. So I'll ask ChatGPT for this. If I go to chat and I'll ask it, create a state that will save 4 posts with different different usernames and content, and then map them. So in the app.js is going to add some posts, and we'll create the state. Here is the state, and we'll add some posts, some 4 posts with different names and content, like I said. And then it's saving also timestamp in a new date, so he's using the date function to save a new date, and then he's mapping them into the main content. So let's go ahead and copy only this code from cons to this. So copy this code and go back here, and here below the function just paste this, and here is the state, and we have the posts. And now we have to map them or to loop them. And to loop, this is the syntax. Just copy what's inside the app and then go back to the VS Code, and I can remove all of these and paste the code. So I'm going to explain you again. So here is the post, is an object with is a state with different objects. Here we have 4 objects with username, message, and timestamp, and then we'll get these posts, we'll map them, and for each of them we'll pass a component with a key, which is the index or something that it's required on React, and then we'll pass the username, message, and timestamp. So if we save it and we go to check it on the React app, it shows use state is not defined because we haven't imported. To import it, just go to VS Code and type use state, and this will import it here on top. So inside, make sure to put on brackets, make sure to put use state. So now if you save it and we go to React app, here are the different posts we have. It shows all the timestamp and everything else. Here is a simple blog that you can create using ChatGPT and React. And if you want to add some more design or something else, you can just do it by asking ChatGPT. As you can see, the posts are stick into the sides of a website. And if you want to add some margin or to design it more, you can ask ChatGPT, or you can do it right now. If you go to posts, and here we have in the post class name, if we go to post.js, you can .css, you can add some margin. If you go to type margin 20px, and if we save it and go back to the website, you can see that we added some margin into our posts. And here's how you can build a very simple blog. You can also make the function or to create the other pages for home, for blog, or for about or contact. This is how you can easily do that. This was very simple tutorial on how to build a React app. Hopefully you like it. Please make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, and if you want more content like this, or if you want a more complex website, I have really cool projects for you if you want to. So let me know in the comments below if you want that. So without further ado, let's get straight out of this. Peace.